All right, everyone, let's dive into AI agents. And not like science fiction AI. We're talking AI that can do some serious work, learn, maybe even change how we work, especially for people, busy professionals. We're looking at AIlice specifically. It's open source, it's autonomous, an AI agent making some noise. Think like a blueprint to build your own superpowered digital assistant, kind of Jarvis, but less snarky.
What's cool is AIlice is so flexible. It's general purpose, so tons of tasks, any industry really.
Mhm.
Open source is huge. Anyone can work on it, change it to what they need, or to see how it ticks.
Exactly. No more black boxes. We're going right to the source, the AIlice GitHub page, to get what it can do,
Yeah.
how it does it, and what this means for the future.
And that future could be wild. Just imagine giving your tedious tasks to an AI that learns what you need.
Okay, hold on before we go too far. What can AIlice do right now? We're not just listing features. We're going into the cool things we can do, examples from GitHub and how this helps you in the real world.
Like, say you're researching tons of papers, overwhelming. AIlice is your assistant, going through it all, finding the key stuff, summarizing just what you need. Like a personalized literature review. Bam.
That changes everything, especially if you got to stay on top of your field, right?
Totally. And what if you're a developer, new website? With like Flask.
Wait, a whole wall website? I thought that was still, humans only.
The lines are getting blurry. AIlice takes your instructions, normal English, turns it into code, then runs it, website's up. It won't replace devs entirely, but it speeds things way up. Frees them up for the hard creative stuff.
So it's more like a super tool, boosting what humans do, not replacing them.
Exactly. That's key for anyone nervous about AI. It's about working together, not taking over.
All right, so research development, checked. What about something closer to home, like our own computers?
Well, AIlice is your IT guy too. Finds files, manages downloads, kills those processes, eating your RAM. Like an AI operating system, you just tell it what you want.
No more digging through folders or those cryptic error messages.
Right. AIlice makes your computer work for you, not the other way around.
And speaking of that, let's talk data. AIlice collects it, makes reports. Say you're analyzing a market, trying to see the trends. AIlice goes across the web, grabs relevant data from everywhere, puts it into one report. Saves you hours of doing it yourself.
It's like a data analyst that never sleeps, giving you the info to make smart choices. And you customize those reports, focus on what matters to your business.
Okay, so single tasks, research, coding, managing our computers, data analysis. But what about when things get complex? Multiple steps.
Now that's where it gets interesting. AIlice can do multi-step instructions, even using outside tools.
I need an example. This is hard to picture.
Okay, you love physics, want to dive into Feynman lectures, but no time for hours of video. Ask AIlice to find them, download, take out the audio, turn that into text, then answer your questions from that.
Hold on, it understands the lectures and answers questions. That's insane.
That's AIlice. It breaks big tasks into small ones, uses tools like YouTube, audio software, then gives you the answers.
This is beyond any digital assistant I've seen, like having a team of experts ready for anything.
And that's just the start. It's early days. This tech is growing fast. As the AI models behind it get smarter, so will AIlice.
Okay, impressive feats, but let's go behind the scenes. How does it do all this?
It starts with text as a computer. Basically, AIlice uses a large language model, LLM, as its brain, and it treats text like a programming language. So instead of code, you give instructions in plain English.
Like talking to your computer and it gets you.
Exactly. That's huge for accessibility. You don't need to be a programmer. Just talk to AIlice, give commands, ask stuff, even have a conversation.
Mind-blowing, but how does it make sense of what we say? Language can be messy.
That's where the Interactive Agents Call Tree, or IACP, comes in. It's AIlice's secret sauce, taking those big instructions and making them into small steps it can do.
Okay, I'm listening. What's this IACT thing?
Imagine it like a chart. At the top is your goal, say, analyze this research paper. That gets broken down. Summarize the abstract, find the key stats, find similar papers. Each of those goes to a specialized agent, like a mini program just for that.
Like a team of AI specialists all working together.
Exactly. And the cool part is they talk to each other, share info, and if they're stuck, they ask you for help.
So it's not just me giving orders and AIlice obeys. It's more like we're working together on this.
You got it. AIlice isn't passive. It's a partner. It learns from you, adapts, might even make you question your own ideas.
This is revolutionary. It's like a brainstorming buddy that has all the info and thinks super fast, giving you angles you'd never come up with alone.
And that's just the start. As AI gets better, AIlice will too. More complex tasks, more possibilities.
Okay, so what it does, how it works, even how it interacts with us. But there's one thing we got to talk about, choosing the LLM.
Ah, yes. The LLM is AIlice's brainpower, and your choice affects how well it performs. You see, there are commercial LLMs like the famous GPT-4, and there are open source ones, each with good and bad points.
So like picking the right engine for your car. You want power, but also got to think about efficiency and cost.
Right. Great analogy. Commercial LLMs are strong, can handle the tough stuff, but they cost money. Open source are free, you control your data more, but maybe not as advanced.
So it's balancing power, cost, and privacy too.
Hmm.
But it's awesome. AIlice gives you that choice.
Absolutely. The devs even have a guide on GitHub about the different LLMs and what they mean for AIlice. Worth checking out if you want to try it yourself.
We'll link that in the show notes for sure. It's great that AIlice lets you choose what fits your needs and your values.
It's all about giving you control, making AIlice work the way you want.
Now, thinking back to everything we talked about, from research to development, system management, even AIlice changing its own WN code, it's clear this could change everything. But I'm curious, bigger picture, where do you see AIlice fitting into the future of tech and how we use computers, period?
That's a big one. I think AIlice is a whole new way of thinking about software. Not just us giving commands, but AI that learns, adapts, maybe even figures out what we need before we ask.
So like from rigid programs to intelligent systems that grow with us, that's exciting, but also makes you think about the future of work. What happens to humans in a world where AI does so much?
Definitely. Those are conversations we got to have now while this tech is being made. The folks making AIlice get that. They're working on responsible development, using this power the right way.
Good to hear. It's not just about the cool factor, but the ethics too. But let's not forget the good stuff. Imagine software that truly evolves with us, always learning, getting better.
It's tempting to think about what it could do for healthcare, education, even entertainment, personalized learning, more efficient healthcare, even totally new art forms.
Like opening a door to infinite possibilities. But let's get real. Potential is one thing. How easy is this for non-devs?
That's what's great. It's open source.
Yeah.
Anyone can grab the code, play with it, help develop it. You don't got to be a coding whiz to jump in.
So it's like a group project, everyone building something amazing together.
That's it. The AIlice community is super active, supportive too. Forums, discussions, tutorials to get you going. It's a great way to learn about AI, help with a cutting-edge project, even meet other AI fans.
I like that. Makes AI less scary, more like something anyone could be part of.
That's the open source spirit, making tech available to everyone. Anyone can contribute.
Okay, so we've seen AIlice is powerful, flexible, even kind of freaky with that self-expansion stuff. But it needs those LLMs, the large language models, to be smart. How much does choosing the right one really matter?
It's the engine, so yeah, super important. Commercial LLMs like GPT-4 are like sports cars. Fast, powerful, but pricey. Open source are more like your reliable car, gets you there, more affordable.
So it's a trade-off, power versus cost, and maybe ethics come into play too.
Right, commercial might be the best, but they have rules on how you use them, data privacy worries. Open source give you control, transparency, but you might need more tech skills to really use them.
Sounds like picking the LLM is key to getting the most out of AIlice. Where can people learn more about their options?
The AIlice GitHub, they've got a whole guide comparing them. Strengths, weaknesses, how they affect AIlice, it's all there.
We'll link that for sure. It's fantastic that AIlice gives you that freedom. Choosing what matches your needs and what you believe in.
It's about putting you in charge. AIlice working how you want.
Now, thinking back to all this, research, development, system management, even AIlice understanding its own code and changing it. It's clear this is more than just a cool tech thing. This could be a whole new era.
Right. AIlice is like a peek into the future. AI not replacing us, but making us better, helping us solve the big problems, explore new things, maybe even build a better future overall.
That's a powerful thought. And with AIlice being open, available to everyone.
That future might be closer than we think.
Well, on that note, let's wrap up this part of our deep dive into AIlice. We've covered a lot, what it does, how it works, even the ethical stuff, and how this might change how software is made forever. But we're not done yet. In part 2, we'll look at some real-world uses for AIlice across different fields, and we'll get even deeper into that mind-bending self-expansion stuff.
Stay with us, folks. There's more to come. Welcome back. We left off on AIlice learning, adapting to users, almost becoming a partner, right?
And that takes us to the crazy part. AIlice understanding, even changing its own code, self-expansion.
This is where it goes from super smart tool to like almost sentient, looking in a mirror but seeing code, not its reflection.
I'm trying to get this. So not just following instructions, but understanding them, like on another level?
Exactly. Imagine AIlice has tools, code tools, then figures out how to make new tools. Or even a whole new toolbox. The AI becomes the programmer.
Okay, that's, wow, exciting and scary at the same time. What happens when AI can program itself? Big implications, right?
It's a whole different way of thinking about software. Bugs fix themselves, features appear based on what you need, adapting to anything no humans needed.
So programmers are out, AI makes AI now. That's a huge shift.
A paradigm shift for sure. Software could be faster, more efficient, constantly adapting, but yeah, we got to talk about the ethics, the philosophy of AI this smart.
Right, like who's really in control then? What if AI starts making choices we don't like? Deep stuff.
Absolutely. These are the talks we need NW as this tech is being born. The AIlice team, they get it. They're focused on responsible development, making sure this power is used for good.
That's good to know. Not just the wow factor, but the responsibility too. But still, the potential is huge. Software that truly evolves with us, always learning, always getting better.
It's amazing to think about the impact on healthcare, education, even entertainment. Imagine personalized learning that's actually good. Healthcare systems that work, new art forms we haven't even thought of.
Like a door's open now, infinite possibilities, right?
Yeah.
But, okay, back to reality. How easy is AIlice for the average person, not a coder?
That's the best part. Open source. Anyone can download, mess with it, help build it. Don't need to be a coding genius. Just dive in.
So it's like a giant group project, everyone building something awesome.
Exactly. The AIlice community is alive, people helping each other, forums, discussions, tutorials. It's all there. It's a fantastic way to learn AI, contribute to something cutting edge, and meet cool people.
That's what I like. It makes AI feel less intimidating, more like something we can all be part of.
The open source way, tech belongs to everyone. Anyone can help.
Okay, so powerful, flexible, even a bit freaky with the self-expansion. But it all relies on those LLMs, large language models, for the brains. How important is choosing the right LLM? Does it really affect AIlice that much?
It's the engine, so yeah, huge EE impact. Commercial LLMs, your GPT-4s, those are like Ferraris, powerful, expensive. Open source are more like your trusty Toyota gets the job done, affordable.
So trade-offs, power versus cost. But didn't you say ethics play a role too?
Right, commercial ones, you might be limited in how you use them, data privacy concerns. Open source give you more control, you know what's happening, but maybe you need more tech skills to get them working right.
So step one, choose your LLM carefully to get the most out of AIlice. Where should people go to compare their options?
AIlice GitHub, hands down. They've got a whole guide comparing the LLM strengths, weaknesses, how they affect AIlice. It's all laid out.
We'll link it in the show notes. It's awesome that AIlice gives you that choice. The LLM that fits your needs and what you believe in.
It's about empowering you, the user, making AIlice truly yours.
Now, looking at everything we've talked about, research, development, system management, even AIlice understanding and changing itself. It's clear this could change everything about how we use computers, like a fundamental shift.
Totally. AIlice is a glimpse into that future. AI working with us, not replacing us, helping us solve the big problems, explore, maybe even build a better future.
That's a powerful idea. And with AIlice being open and available.
That future might be closer than we think.
On that note, let's wrap this part of our deep dive. We've covered a lot how AIlice works, the ethical side, how this could change software forever. But there's more. In part 3, we'll look at specific ways people are using AIlice right now in different fields, and we'll get even deeper into that self-expansion stuff, how AIlice can learn and change on its own.
Stick with us. There's a lot more to explore.
Okay, welcome back to our AIlice deep dive. We've seen what it can do, how it works, even that mind-bending self-expansion stuff. Now let's get practical. How's AIlice being used in the real world?
This is where it gets exciting because the possibilities are, well, almost endless. We've talked to research, development, even managing your computer. But let's say you're an executive swamped with info all day long.
Yeah, there's a lot of us these days, information overload.
AIlice becomes your info warrior, filtering emails, summarizing those long reports, even scheduling meetings based on what you prioritize. It's like having an AI that cuts through the noise, shows you what really matters.
That's a dream come true for anyone with an overflowing inbox. But what about the creative types? Writers, designers, artists. Can AIlice help them?
Oh, absolutely. AIlice can be a fantastic creative partner. Writers, it helps with research, brainstorming, even trying different writing styles. Designers, it's there for image editing, layouts, even generating design ideas based on what you tell it. And artists, imagine experimenting with tools and techniques you never would have thought of, pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
So it's not replacing creativity, it's more like giving it a boost, new tools to play with.
Exactly, it's collaboration, not replacement. AIlice handles the boring stuff, the technical bits, so the human artist is free to focus on the big picture, the emotional impact, the things that make art truly connect with people.
This is wild. A musician working with AIlice to write a symphony, or a filmmaker using it for those insane visual effects. The potential is huge.
It really is, and as AI keeps getting smarter, AIlice will too. It'll become essential for anyone in a creative field.
Okay, let's talk business now. We've seen how AIlice can streamline things, make us more efficient, but can it actually help a business, make more
Yeah,
money?
absolutely. Think marketing and sales. AIlice can analyze those market trends, find potential customers, even tailor marketing campaigns for specific groups of people. It can also handle customer service, answering questions, solving problems, freeing up the human agents for the more complex stuff.
So connecting with customers better, providing better service, which leads to, yeah, more revenue. That's a pretty strong argument for using AIlice.
And it goes beyond that. Financial analysis, managing risk, even making those supply chains work better, AIlice can do it. It helps businesses make smart decisions, spot problems before they happen, basically become more adaptable, more competitive.
Sounds like AIlice is about to change how a lot of industries work. It's not just a cool gadget anymore. It's something that could change how we work, how we create, how we do business, period.
And the crazy thing is, we're just getting started. As AIlice gets better, the community grows, who knows what we'll be able to do.
It's like we're at the edge of something totally new. Human intelligence and machine intelligence working together, the possibilities are mind-blowing.
And the best part, anyone can be a part of it. AIlice is out there, free to use. Head over to the GitHub page, check out the docs, join the community.
You might be the one to find the next big thing, the next way to use AIlice to change the world. That's it for our AIlice Deep Dive. Thanks for joining us. We've gone from the basics to some pretty complex stuff and hopefully shown you just how powerful and exciting this tech is. It's clear AIlice is more than just another tool. It's a glimpse into the future of AI, where it's not about replacing us, but about working together to solve problems, explore, and maybe even create a better world along the way. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and stay curious about the possibilities of AI.